What is up, duelists? I came home from another YCS Sao Paulo in Brazil. My first time ever in Brazil. I've been to South America a lot, but I've never been to Brazil. There hasn't been a YCS yet. I'm basically only traveled for YCSs. Yeah, I had an amazing time. Besides the tournament, of course, the tournament was pretty okay. Could have been better. I did not reach top 8, unfortunately, but I made it to top 16, which is the next best accomplishment. I got decent pricing. I got, of course, the two new price support cards, the sleeves, and of course also the Stradios playmat. Stradios? I think it's called Stradios. Another worse guy. So yeah, the time I had in Brazil, man, it was great. I was expecting a bit better weather. I was kind of disappointed. I took some more days off, or like I was took some more days in Brazil, so I can enjoy the weather. And wanted to enjoy the beach, the sun. Yeah, little did I know, it did not rain for like a single hour when I was there. I had like one day where it was decent weather for like a couple hours. Then I went out to for a walk, but yeah, that was about it. It was like my last night in the evening. So my plan of enjoying Brazil, getting a tan, staying at the beach did not go well, but it was still quite okay. I mean, the main reason there was, of course, the tournament, and this bad weather led me to more playtesting and more theorizing, more working on my deck. I think this definitely showed in the results. I went X3. It was 13 rounds, so I went 10 and 3. I started 6-0. I lost round 7 to Vankersol K9. Game 1, I shifted him. He's only showed me the K9 cards. I shifted him. Uh, yeah, it wasn't enough. Like shifter didn't do anything. In the end, like my hand wasn't strong enough to play through it. He had like one hand trap as a backup, and I think he went for Valon, if I'm not mistaken, to book like a normal zone or something. And yeah, it was enough for me to not be able to play through it. Then game 2, I FTK'd him with FTK'd, like I made my Malice board. I was playing Malice, so yeah. Very hard to beat the board if I can full combo. And game 3, yeah, I double fuwa'd him on Noro effect. I felt pretty confident. I was like, okay, double fuwa him. He does no response. God, I'm gonna win. Um, my hand was Um, two field spells, and I think it was No, it wasn't. I think it was impulse. I'm not sure. I thought it was impulse, but could also been a different card. Um, yeah. So I drew two March Hares. I drew three Chessy Cats. And the last draw was, I think, like TB11 or MDP. And for turn, I topped like another Fuba. So yeah, that did not help me at all. It felt like I didn't activate the Fubas, to be honest. I was just getting the cards I already have, and he ended up with decent interruptions. With Ripper, and yeah, Ripper negated my March Hare in hand, so I had no real way to play. He quick spell force release, popped my field spell. Um, yeah, I think I even led with that, so he cannot negate with the March Hare with Ripper, but he then had like the Holy Sue stuff in rotation already, and I'll never beat that. Not with that hand. Not with that hand. It was okay. One round 8, so I ended 7-1 day 1. Day 2, I started playing in against Draco Tail. Um, round 1, like round 9 of day 2, round 1 of day 2, which was round 9. Sorry. Um, I lost game 1 to him. I won the roll. I lost game 1 to him opening 5 mana and Pan, which yeah, can be crucial sometimes. Game 2, I won single handedly with D Fisher, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, D Fisher carried me there for sure. And game 3, I bricked. It was the first brick of the tournament, so I can definitely not complain. It was 34 games I played this entire tournament, and what was it? 34? Yeah, it was 34 games. I bricked one single time, and if you want to count, I played Malice as well in Anaheim. It didn't go well, but I played it as somewhat similar deck list. I improved it, of course, and I did better. But yeah, the principle was the same. Consistency was around the same as well. I in Anaheim didn't break a single time in the main event and the Giant Card tournament, and I made top 4, I think, in the Giant Card. Um, and yeah, this entire event I braked only once. It was 61 games in total, at 27 and 34. 61 games, and I braked one single time, so that is pretty okay if you ask me for Malice. Um, then yeah, round 10, I had my second loss to Draco Tail again. It was Magistus Draco Tail. He went first. I have to say, the 13 rounds I played, I won 2 dice rolls. So I went 2 and 11 in dice rolls, and yeah, I mean, Shifter definitely carried me going second a couple times, but the deck's ability going second, playing into boards with all the cards, with all the tech cards, with the non-engine choices I made, it was so strong. It felt like all the games felt so in my control. I was so convinced I had the best deck, and I was ready to beat everyone. Yeah. So round 9 against Draco Tail. Again, he went first. Magistus, Draco Tail combo, whatever. I couldn't beat it. My hand wasn't strong enough. Then game 2. I I won with D Fisher as well. I started D Fisher, then I started comboing a little bit. He had to use one hand trap, or even 2 hand traps, I think. And yeah, I was just able to get to a board, and D Fisher was just more than enough. And game 3, I fooled him. He gave me 3 draws to end on seals, both trap set, um, Mululu in hand, Femena in hand, I think. So I end phase, he used Cartesia for it. I end phase Druis from his Cartesia. Started turn, I had a second Bestial. I went straight to battle phase to attack over the seal, so he can just bounce it. I can summon the Bestial again to attack over Malulu, which I was assuming he would summon. Um, or like try to attack over Malulu, he would probably use Horn to bounce my Bestial, so he can protect Malulu. Then I can just summon the other Bestial and attack over Malulu anyways. That was my plan. Um, I entered battle phase. I attacked the seals. He used seals to bounce the Druid Worm, summoning Quakimeru Drago from deck. That was cringe. That was very cringe. I had no out to the deck and no out to the card. I was like, okay, you know what? I can just super poly it for Secretarian. Then I figured Secretarian is a light dragon monster as well. Yeah, he kept revealing the Malulu in hand, and whenever I wanted to like normal summon something, he can just Arth the Lion bounce it or Horn bounce it. Yeah, I lost. Um, I could have played around it. I had the Druisworm on board. I could just tribute set my other Bestial, Druisworm send the seals because there's no other face-up card. He can not activate the seals, or he can only activate seals to bounce itself, but it's not going to do that. Yeah, that would have played around it, but I didn't see Quakimeru Drago coming. Didn't see myself getting floodgated at that point. But yeah, it is what it is. I won out the rest of the tournament. Yeah, ended up 10-3, as I said, 16th place. Yeah, let me just show you the deck list. So for the deck, you probably have already seen it. It got posted. I made a video for United Ghosts, of course, for my team's channel. So I'm just gonna speed run through the deck real quick, but go in deeper with certain things. Since I don't have to spend waste time on the list, but rather explain what I would change, what were my thoughts about it, and just like a more in-depth deck profile. So yeah, I played a 40 card clean 40 card main deck. I maxed out on the Malice names. You want to max out consistency, so you definitely have to play all of these. I played the Malice in the Mirror. This card is something I can already go a bit deeper into. It never felt that strong, to be honest. Like, there's been a couple times I had to banish it, or I just banished it because I was able to. to play around certain things. Um, I think once I had to banish a trap to search another trap to be able to. I'm not sure. I want to recycle the trap I banished. And I had to like get to a different trap because my white rabbit got hand trapped on or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact game state, but the on-field effect, I think I activated it once and I was in a losing spot already, so it didn't help me at all. If you go first with like the allures I'm playing, and the field spells and everything, you usually have enough ways to get to three bodies without giving more than one draw, or like without giving a draw, excuse me. Which means you can go Cryptor for one draw under Fuba, and you don't have to go ransom, search this. I mean, honestly, if you go ransom, you will have to go to get to three bodies anyways. And if you go link two and then link one, you give them two draws. Usually, if you can give them two draws by going link two and then link three for ransom, you could also like get to three bodies, with just like some small exceptions that you can't. So I think this card is not real. It used to be very important because there was a lot of Fiendsmith going on, or like Detonator. You wanted to negate Detonator with this. You wanted to negate the Caesar with this, but those cards are not in the format anymore. Yes, there's Murakumo. Yes, this card is nice if they summon back the Murakumo and you can negate it, or you can just like negate the IP or whatever. But I can tell like by all the games I played so far, it never has come up. So this card is definitely something I could see myself cutting from my list. Um, then I played the three traps. This is mandatory for the combos. This, of course, is mandatory for your end board, and certain combos. And this card I felt very nice having in the deck. Yes, but I think you can pretty well play without it. You just have to play correct. Maybe play like a little bit different, but you don't need this card in your combos. I think there's no combo I can think of right now that requires playing this card. It used to be more important because people were Nibiru. Nibiru used to be very strong against MALISS. Um, or like used to be played to hit MALISS because we were in more of a hand trap format, and if you pair Nibiru with another hand trap, it becomes all of a sudden pretty strong. So you wanted to set this first with your White Rabbit and then continue playing. So whenever they nib you, you still have this in the opponent's turn for getting to Binder, banishing Chassis for empty, banishing Rabbit for MTP, or banishing Ransom, and so on and so forth. You just wanted this to have like as a safe playthrough nib. Also, like the life points mattered a couple, like some time because of Vanquish Soul. But yeah, on the time route, of course. But yeah, I don't feel like it is needed, to be honest. Yeah, these are probably two engine cards slash bricks. I could definitely see myself cutting to make the deck even more consistent, even better, and yeah, I think that is definitely something worth to mention. What I want to replace it for, I don't know yet. Maybe more Bestials, maybe more other hand traps like playing Nip myself, or playing Imperms, or yep. I will have to see. I will have to see. I'll have to make some thoughts about it. But until now, these are definitely some cards I will try cutting from my list. And of course, the Ignister package. Nothing to say about that. And the Allures. God, if you can play three pot of greeds in a deck, you'd be stupid not to play it. Then the Super Police. This is like I think my best non-engine card. No, my second best non-engine card. This is my best non-engine card. This is my second best non-engine card in the deck. Um, the amount of times I super polyed Yummy and won immediately if I summon if I summon Mud Dragon, bro, it was a couple times. It won me every single time I think I activated this card, and except for once when I had to fuse into Secretarian Dragon against Draco Tail, and yeah, that just doesn't feel real. That does not feel real. Yeah, I'll have to see if there's like a better target against Draco Tail, because sometimes they can sometimes play around getting Super Poly, to be honest. But yeah, maybe I'll just play Chaos, whatever you wanna spell the name. Because that card not only is nice because you can fuse two dragons like Seal and Arthalion or whatever they end with, Seal Mululu. So when they try to play around the Super Poly, you just punish them. Um, it also on summon, I think you can pop cards up to the number of something you used. I think it's pop one. You just pop one of the back row traps, and yeah, there's like so much value already. Well, Secretarian doesn't really provide you value because they still have the graveyard effects, they still have the traps. They only cannot bounce with their Arthalion anymore, which, yeah, is not that big of a deal. Then I played the 3-base deals. Could see myself playing more. I like them, but they don't have, like, they're not good in every matchup. They're pretty solid into Yummy, into Pure Mitsu, of course, nice. Um, they're okay-ish against Yummy Mitsu. They have some good applications. Um, and yeah, some Fiendsmith Rogue decks, of course, but I don't want to draw this card against Draco Tail. I mean, it kind of is okay, I think, because it just generates another body, and you can get rid of Mululu if they want to add it back. I don't know. Cartesia if they want to add it back in end phase. But yeah, you see, there's no real target I want to banish with this card. Except if they're playing the branded build, then it gets a little bit better, of course. Then I played the Droll Fuba, no Ash Blossom. This was Ash Blossoms until I think Wednesday night. Um, but then I realized, yo, Ash Blossom is so weak going second. Droll is very strong going second, and I expect a lot of Mitsuyami. So I want to focus on that. I want to focus on the decks I feel like are the strongest or I have to be the most prepared for. So I took out Ash Blossom because I was like, Ash Blossom is Ash Blossom is nice against Fuba. It's nice to stop Fuba or Charmies in general. But honestly, I feel like this deck is such a solid plan against Fuba already. So you don't really have to spend the time or like spend the slots on trying to beat just Fuba because going second Ash Blossom it can be nice, it can be turn skip, but this is the way higher possibility of being a turn skip. Also, I was a bit worried about yeah, because Kamal won the Vices with the Crystron deck. I was a bit worried about some more Crystron or just like Mjolnir locks and then in general walking around. And this card can single-handedly stop the lock if they start like Case or Chaotic Elements or even like I don't know, normal Chogul effect Surge. So can they can the draw can be very crucial for them. And I think yeah, Ash Blossom you can Ash Case, you can Ash the first thing they do, but the possibility of them just playing through it, it's just way too high, and you can still get it FTK'd so easily. So yeah, I definitely wanted to play Draw over the Ash Blossom. Then I played the 3 Impulses, got card in the format. I don't have to tell you how good the card is. Every deck that can play it should play it, and in this deck, there's like literally D6 cards that get affected by it, and I can still normal summon them, go All Mirage, so they don't lose all value because some of them actually need a normal summon. I need if I only have Malice Field Spell, I need a normal summon to go full combo. So these 3 cards are definitely mandatory in this deck. They've always been. I think this one of the decks that can make use of them the most or the best. So yeah, you're a bozo if you don't play it. And of course, Shifty Boy. Yeah, card carried me a couple games against Luna Light. I'm very glad. It's my new best friend. I used to hate this card. I still hate it. It's very, very, very toxic. It's insane. This card, I remember one round I played against Yummy. I didn't open a single hand trap. So in my turn, I top deck Shifter. He had like full. He started Obedience School. He didn't go Herald. So stamp a face. I just dropped Shifter so he cannot negate it. He had like full Yummy board, 3 sets, and just like no Herald because he didn't have it like 1 card in hand or 2 cards in hand. So I stamp a face Shifter so he cannot do anything yet. Main phase I allure, I draw Impulse, Super Poly, and yeah, felt nice. That's it for the main deck. Um, then extra deck I played that's pretty fast. I played the 3 Malice names. Cyber Wicked, 2 Lingerubo. Second Lingerubo is way better than Link Decoder. Link Disciple. Oh, not better than Link Decoder, God. Better than Link Disciple. You don't really need the attribute for access code. It's more important to have like things that stop impulse because it's played in a couple decks right now, or against Rico to stop the traps. Then I played Echo, of course, Access Code, Lizardos, SP, Almirage, the Dark. Never summoned Dark. Yeah, I think I never summoned it. I only summoned it once last week in Anaheim. Against Orcus, they negated, destroyed it, so I searched Marcher and ODK'd them. Yeah, this card could be replaceable, but I feel like in a couple matchups it's still pretty cool against mid, so it can be nice to steal their Murakumo, even to just like get rid of it, or get rid of them having it. Um, and the three super poly targets. This was super underwhelming. Could be a different card, but the other twos they felt amazing. They felt very strong. I didn't miss Firewall Dragon. I cut Firewall Dragon for Secretarian. That was one of the changes I made from Anaheim's list to this week's list. Yeah, I never missed Firewall Dragon. If you can go to Echoed, Summon Back Summon Back Ransom Binder, you have Trap Set, you have Cryptor Engrave, March Hare in hand. You usually should not lose that game, even if you don't play like the Firewall Dragon. And this not, I think the combos don't. Some combos could go Firewall with GWC set, so you can summon back the binder into Firewall zone. So yeah, I think Field Spell alone, if you don't have an armor summon, would end on that and Gold Sark, but that realistically doesn't come up as much. Like, yeah, it is much more likely to just have like that normal summon and go full combo. Then for the side deck, I played two Retaliating Seas. Only two to make the side patterns work. Might gonna play three again for the Draco Tail matchup because God, the matchup is so weird. Like usually it's not that big of a deal because you can just if you have March Hare access, the matchup is free because you can just summon March Hare and whatever you want in death. Just keep playing. They can't bounce anything with the traps. And if they want to bounce with Arthalion, you can just normal summon it again, or just like you have a good amount of extenders. But if you don't open March Hare, the matchup becomes pretty hard sometimes. I play triple Meowls mainly to hit Mitsuyami because if I hit that deck, they cannot really bridge into the other engine without giving me infinite draws, and they don't want to do that. The Call by, a nice card, of course, also helps the Rodrigo matchup. And then, like, just the unfair cards, like the unfair going first cards, D6. You have Chesty Draw, you have Allures, which is not once per turn, you have Binder Draw. You draw so much in this deck, so the chances of seeing one of these is so high. And I didn't want to play Thrust because Thrust relies on the opponent interacting with you, and if you already have that many draws, you don't really need, like, you don't need to get hand trapped. You just rather want to draw one of those auto win cards. And also, this card is somewhat of a consistency card because this card turns backup into a one card combo, which is pretty nice. Yeah. And last but not least, the triple Dark Ruler. Yeah, it's a god card. You like in this format against Yami, Mitsuyami, and whatever. This card is so amazing. So you really have to play it. I didn't really miss anything in the side deck. Looking back, maybe the third Retaliating Sea, maybe, but yeah, we'll see about that. I played Ghost Spell. I thought about playing Ghost Spell and Ash to like increase the hand trap counts, or Ash if I go first to stop Fool because if you only go first and you have Ash in your deck, only if you go first, it's okay. The stop Fuwas, I mean, it's always better to trade a card for them for a card in their hand, but then you go full combo and win the game. But I felt like it is not needed. I want to have like one of these six broken cards than an Ash Blossom in my hand. So yeah, that's why I ended up cutting it. And the Ghost Spell was nice, but it's just another card that conflicts with Impulse. And I don't know. I wasn't really scared of like not having enough against Yummy. I rather want to have Dark Ruler or like higher impact cards against Yummy, like Super Pole or Allure Draw into one of them. So yeah, definitely I think that definitely was the correct thing to do. Yeah. With that being said, the deck itself, yeah, there's some minor changes, some things like the a better super poly target. Like I have to try out the chaos against the Draco Tail. Maybe that is a thing I want to come up with. Um, I have to see what I want to change in the main deck for. Let me see, for these two cards, GWC and Mirror. We'll definitely play tournaments without them to see how it feels, to see how it goes, and of course theorize a lot. And you will see in my next tournament deck profile what I ended up playing for it. Right now I'm tending, like I'm leaning to some non-engine, but maybe I find some cool card I can add that also is somewhat of an engine card. I'll have to see. Um, and yeah, you will see. Yeah, with that being said, that was it for the deck profile. Of course, big shout out to the team United Ghostes. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do all that. Like for real, I didn't play my deck. I borrowed the deck from Ray, from a teammate. I don't own like this collector shiny Malice deck. I don't really own that many high rare cards. So yeah, I just really played his deck and was super super glad he brought it with him. I would have been so lost if I didn't have it. Or like if he didn't have it, I had to like, I don't know, buy it, or because I don't think anyone brought Malice because it's like was sort of called dead, which is, I don't know, super untrue. But yeah, as I said, the deck felt strong. The deck felt great. I was super confident in my plays. I was very, very sure I'm gonna win the event if I just, yeah, can play every game. And I was super happy with all with like the way I played it. I didn't play Malice until before Euros. Before Euros, I started testing the deck because I was convinced the deck is the strongest deck, and um, I think it won Euro. No, I think VS Canaan won Euros. Yeah, VS Canaan won Euros, but it went pretty far. Um, and yeah, I'm now. I tested the deck a lot for Euros, and I tested the deck a good amount for this YCS, so I might turn into a Malice player. But with Malice, I think I have like almost all the decks this year. I didn't play Mermail for a tournament. Um, and I think I never played Pure Ryzel. I only played Ryzel variants. Yeah, but with that, I think I played every deck you can think of this year. For tournaments, for big events as well. Um, yeah, it was fun. The Malice, I cannot just check Malice from my list. Um, and yeah, it felt nice. I really like the deck. I like how it plays into the non-engine that's currently around it. I like how it plays into the tech card. Like nobody's playing Lancia anymore. Nobody really plays other cards that blow the deck out. Maybe Meows, but that's not a blowout card. Come on. Um, yeah, no, there's nothing really. I mean, everyone is on D barrier. Yeah, D barrier me, sure. What do you want to call for? What do you want to call? Fusion, so I can super poly you, sure. Um, yeah, I mean, Black Coat is the best trap that you people are playing to side into this deck or to set of thrust, Black Coat or Impulse. But honestly, I got Black Coated a couple times. I still won the games. Like it does not do enough, to be honest. And Impulse also, it can be annoying, but it's never enough. It's just like prevents one name. I'm like, sure, I have three more. Um, and if you're gonna do it on a link, you're just, yeah, you want to lose. Um, so yeah, I think, yeah, the deck will still be in a decent spot going on in the format until I don't know what has to change. Maybe people pick up Lancia again. I'm gonna be mad if they do that. Don't do it. Um, because for once I'm super happy with the deck. Like for I don't know the last time I was that early so sure that I'm gonna play the deck, and I finished my list even a couple days before the event itself. I was just it felt very nice. I don't know. I don't wanna talk too much about it anymore, but I was just very very happy with the deck. Um, yeah. With that being said, check out the other videos. Of course, like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And if you have any questions, let me down in let me know down in the comments. Let me know on social media. I'm always open to talk about your deck, my deck, general other things. I will. So I'm back home now, so more videos will come out again. I do offer coaching. Um, you can just text me. You can write it down in the comments. You can text me on social medias. We can just figure out something. And I have, yeah, a couple of reviews. If we want to see reviews before, we can just discuss what we want to prepare you for. So I can do only like deck building. I can help you just play testing. I can help you with everything, or like just technical play. I can help you with everything, like a whole bundle, preparing you for events. Like if a YCS is coming up, I like to do a couple more sessions throughout the week, so it is a bit more intense, and we can just like see some progress together, because it is it takes time. It requires time to get good at this game. And if you are willing to put in the time, I can help you to make the best out of it. But I need your time. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video. I have some more ideas. I have some videos in the roster that will come out soon. And I wish you guys a lovely day.